Our spotlight story tonight is about the state's historic move toward legalizing marijuana and of the people involved in making a former criminal enterprise into a legitimate business.
Mike Steenhout knows spreadsheets, statistics, and bean counting. But now, the married minivan driving father of a small child is a weed guy.
I kind of think about marijuana from when I get up until I go to bed. Yeah, the excitement's worn off. It's really just a job now. There's a lot of, it's not as interesting as it was at the start. It's just a lot to it.
Steenhout has worked as a budget assistant to the governor, managed local operations for the U.S. Census Bureau, and analyzed juvenile crime databases. He's now one of the dozens of Washington state workers involved in the creation and regulation of the nation's first legal marijuana industry.
I mean, going out learning about the marijuana industry is very different than running a finance division. Oh, this is a empty, nothing in there. But these are containers that folks have put topicals that are infused with marijuana. You know, again, my role is just to lead a research team and go out and learn as much as I can and to bring that information, that body knowledge back to the board. And so I was curious about what they put on the label, because labeling is one of the things we're required to address. The initiative requires us to do in that regard is to select an accreditation, to accreditate third-party labs, or choose a method by which to for these labs to meet an accreditation standard, and also standards to actually test the product to. And there aren't any national standards practiced by labs within the United States. And so it's kind of challenging just to kind of learn about what the various possibilities are and to kind of bring that body of knowledge back to the board for their consideration.
Randy Oliver is with Analytical 360, a Seattle lab that analyzes cannabis.
And it's kind of hard for me to digest the fact that we're working, hand in hand with the state, that we've actually, Mike calls up and says, hey, I need this information. What do you think about this?
Oliver says a lot of questions remain to be answered before a smoothly functioning industry can be established in Washington state.
How things are tested, what tolerance levels are we going to use? Are we going to follow USP? Are we going to follow herbal associations? Are we going to follow agricultural practices? Is this going to be more of a a GMP setup, or is this going to be treated as a food? There's a lot of questions about how we're going to address these different issues.
But even as Washington grapples with questions, marijuana proponents are lighting up in Colorado, where voters this past November also approved the recreational use of pot for adults 21 and older.
I love to be first. I wanted to come make history. This is awesome.
Marijuana remains illegal under federal law, and neither state allows open and public use of the drug. But authorities largely look the other way at public pot smoking, especially at festivals and concerts. Entrepreneurs are finding creative ways to capitalize on new marijuana laws. Colorado's My 420 Tours, for instance, gives traveling pot users everything but the drug.
We'll be right back after this.